Bullies who f***ed around and immediately regretted it. Alright, buckle up, because today we got stories about bullies who woke up, chose violence, and then immediately got a reality check delivered express shipping. Story 1. So I'm at the lockers, just minding my business, pretending I know the combination to mine. Click, click, nope. Click, click, still wrong. And this bully rolls up on this smaller kid. You know the type. Loud for no reason. Chest puffed out like he's auditioning for a role nobody asked for. And the smaller kid? Quiet. Real quiet. That dangerous kind of quiet where you just know something's loading in the background. Next thing I hear? Crack. Man swung that combination lock like he was ringing a church bell. Hit dude straight across the head. Blood instantly. Not a little either. I'm talking movie scene, hands on the scalp, eyes wide, voice wobbling like, yo, what the? Just straight blubbering. Whole hallway froze. Somebody dropped their books. I'm sitting there whispering, welp, that escalated. Now here's the wild part. This bully, bless his stubborn little heart, decides to try again later. In shop class. I swear I thought, ain't no way you learn nothing from the first DLC. Teacher turns his back for 2 seconds and boom, round 2 starts. But the smaller kid, oh, he came prepared this time. Grabbed a 2x4 like it was already pre-ordered. Whack. Right to the shins. You ever hear a grown kid make that high-pitched ee sound? Yeah. That one. He folded like cheap lawn furniture, sat down immediately, reconsidering every life decision since kindergarten. After that, he left that kid alone. Completely. Career in bullying basically went bankrupt. Story 2. So this bully, little tyrant, real mouthy, ran the stop like he owned stock in it. Started with insults, then hands, then his little crew forming that fake tough guy circle. Real corny behavior. And most of us just tried to survive the morning, you know? Head down, wait for the bus, pray today ain't your turn. Now me? I was the quiet one. Orchestra kid, viola case in hand, minding my business. Folks assumed I was soft because I played music. Nah, I was built solid. Football coaches used to beg me to join like, come on man, just one season. I'd shrug it off. But then one day they shoved my friend, dropped him straight to the pavement and started swinging. And something in my chest just went click. I grabbed that viola case, fabric cover, hard shell underneath, and swung it like I was ringing a bell at the end of a boxing round. Thump! Caught the bully clean. Knocked him right off my boy. And suddenly this big, tough dude, crying, full sprint home. I'm standing there thinking, oh, here come the parents. Yep, here we go. Sure enough, they show up at my house all heated, ready to complain. I explain the whole thing. My parents listen, nod real slow. Then my dad hits him with that cold, calm line. Maybe if you raised him better, he wouldn't start problems he can't finish. And just like that, bus stop bullying season ended. Story 3. So I'm sitting in class, bored out of my skull, staring at the clock like it personally offended me. And this bully keeps messing with this skinny kid. Not loud skinny, not cocky skinny, just quiet, mind his business type. Same height as me, same build, nothing flashy. You'd never guess anything special. But the bully? Oh, he kept poking. Little shoulder checks, slick comments, that fake tough guy laugh. Heh heh. What you gonna do? And I'm in my seat thinking, bro, leave that man alone. You ever get that feeling where you know somebody's about to unlock a hidden skill tree? Yeah, that. One day the skinny kid finally stands up, real calm, no speech, no warning, just grabs the bully, lifts him clean off the floor like he's rearranging furniture, and boom, body slams him straight to the ground. Whole classroom gasped at the same time. Teacher froze mid-sentence like somebody hit pause. Turns out, kid's a black belt. Also boxes, quietly, casually. Meanwhile, the bully's just a regular football dude who thought shoulder pads made him invincible. I leaned back in my chair like, welp, congratulations. You just speed ran the find out portion of the program. Story 4. So I'm walking home from school, backpack heavy as hell, thinking about snacks and cartoons, right? And this kid keeps following me. Every few steps, push. Not even a full fight, just that annoying shove like he's testing boundaries. Again. Push. I remember thinking, bro, why me? I was a certified weenie back then. Nervous, awkward, the human equivalent of a please don't pick me sign. So in his mind, easy target. Discount punching bag. But day 2 rolls around and something in my little 5th grade soul goes, nah, we not doing this again. So I wait, quiet. Let him get comfortable. We turn down this empty stretch. No teachers, no parents, just us and the sound of gravel crunching. And sure enough, he winds up for another push. That's when I grab him. Now listen, I didn't know any real moves. None. Zero. What I did was whatever my tiny brain imagined a headlock looked like. Arms wrapped around his head, all sloppy, elbows everywhere. Probably looked like two raccoons fighting in a trash can. But it worked. I walked him like that for a couple minutes. Yeah, petty, I know. Just dragging him along while he squirmed and complained. Then I gave him one last shove, knocked him on his butt, and man, I can't even lie, I spit on him. Real dramatic, real extra. Was it classy? Absolutely not. Was it effective? Oh, yeah. Dude avoided me after that like I had a contagious disease. Story 5. So we're at lunch, loud cafeteria, trays clanking, everybody minding their business, and this dude starts clowning kids using sign language. Not playful either. Real disrespectful, throwing fake gang signs, mocking the deaf kid's voice like it's comedy hour. And I'm sitting there feeling that slow burn in my chest like, nah, this ain't funny, man. You ever feel your ears get hot before your brain even catches up? Yeah, that. So I shove him, right there between the milk cartons and soggy pizza. Told him, calm but tight. Meet me down the street after school. Soon as the words left my mouth, I'm thinking, oh, great. Now I gotta actually fight this dude. Internal panic, full volume, but pride had already hit send. After school, he shows up wearing a single baseball batting glove. One hand, just standing there like he's about to audition for a music video. I looked at it, paused, and the sarcasm slipped out before fear could stop me. Nice Michael Jackson glove. And then, boom, I swung, hard as I could, clean shot to the nose. Dude instantly started leaking, turned his back, hands over his face like the fight button got unplugged. I'm standing there breathing heavy, half shocked, half relieved, chirping at him like I suddenly grew confidence out of nowhere. Wasn't much of a fight. One punch, curtain closed. But here's the funny part. Fast forward years later, dude's like 6 feet 5 inches, 280, built like a refrigerator with legs, married, kids, normal life, and I look at him now thinking, yeah, present-day me is not picking that fight again. Growth is wild like that. Story 6. So we had this kid, Chard, little dude, loud mouth, always puffed up like he was auditioning for a fight club that didn't exist, rocking those wrist sweatbands like they were some kind of warrior gear. I remember thinking, bro, you're 4'0" wearing gym accessories like you're in the UFC. Just pure cosplay energy. And he only targeted smaller kids. That was his whole business model. Push, threaten, smirk, repeat. Real predictable, real tired. Then 8th grade rolls around, and this new kid shows up. Alex. Big kid. Pale, red hair, quiet. The kind of kid who keeps his head down and hopes nobody notices him. And the second Chard saw him. I swear you could see the villain music start playing in his head. I'm sitting there thinking, oh man, don't do it. Please don't do it. But of course he does. Starts shoving Alex, talking slick, doing that little bully strut. And for a second, Alex just takes it. Shoulders tight, jaw clenched. That looked like pressure building inside a soda can. Then, snap. Alex just unleashed. No hesitation, no fancy moves, just pure momentum and anger. Grabbed Chard and started swinging like he was emptying years of frustration in one go. And Chard? All that swagger evaporated instantly. Sweatbands didn't grant any superpowers. None. Teachers had to rush in. Mr. Bronger came running like, hey, that's enough, trying to peel them apart while the whole hallway watched in stunned silence. And after that, funny thing, Chard suddenly discovered a deep respect for personal space. Never pushed anybody again. Glorious, man. Just glorious. Story 7. Oh, this one right here? This got that I tried to be patient. I really did. Energy. The slow burn, the paperwork, the meetings, the deep sighs in the counselor's office. Like, how many times we gotta have this same conversation, man? So, yeah, we had this girl. Constant drama, always picking at somebody. And not even tough targets either. Sweet kids, quiet kids, the ones who just wanted to get through the day without nonsense. And I remember sitting in those counseling sessions with her over and over, thinking, please let this be the last one. Spoiler alert, it never was. Then one day she starts clowning this little girl. Real gentle soul, the kind that says sorry, even when she didn't do anything wrong. That's when I stepped in. Words got heated, voices raised. Teachers got involved. We both got in trouble. I walked away irritated, but still trying to keep it together. Next day rolls around. I'm minding my business, and out of nowhere, she walks up and slaps me. Hard. No warning. Just straight disrespect. And I remember that split second of silence afterward. That moment where your brain goes, oh, so that's what we're doing today. Now listen, I grew up scrapping with my boy cousins, backyard wrestling, roughhousing, the whole chaotic childhood training montage. So when that slap landed, muscle memory kicked in before my conscience could hold a meeting. I swung back, and yeah, she got wrecked. Quick, decisive, crowd gasping, teachers running, the whole hallway buzzing like somebody pulled a fire alarm. And the wild part, she didn't show up to school for a week after that. Sometimes people keep poking the bear, ignoring every warning sign until the bear finally stands up. Story 8. So we had this teacher, soft-spoken dude, real calm energy. Had to wear one of those little microphones because his voice barely rose above a whisper. Not weak, just gentle. The type who'd politely ask you to sit down instead of barking orders. And of course, kids gave him a hard time for it. You know how middle school is. If you look even slightly different, somebody's gonna test you. Anyway, one day, this kid starts acting a fool. Loud, throwing attitude, doing that performative nonsense for the class like he's on stage. Teacher tells him, calm as ever, go to the office. And that's when everything went sideways. Kid loses it, starts sweeping books and papers off the desk, knocking stuff over, full tantrum mode. I'm sitting there thinking, oh man, this just turned into a documentary. Teacher's still calm, trying to guide him toward the door, hands out like, let's walk, son. But then the kid puffs his chest and shoves him. Once, twice. Whole class froze. Chairs squeaked. Nobody breathed. Then the kid grabs the teacher's arm and swings. And in one smooth motion, no anger, no panic, the teacher catches that punch midair, lifts the kid clean off the ground and drops him flat on the floor like he just pressed a reset button. Not flashy, not brutal, just precise, surgical. Turns out, 3rd-degree black belt. Kid scrambled up, face red as a stop sign, and bolted out the room. Meanwhile, the teacher just straightened his papers, gave this little sigh and said something like, sorry for the interruption, and went right back to the lesson. I remember sitting there thinking, well, damn, quiet people really be hiding whole skill sets. Story 9. Oh, man. This one right here? This got that plot twist from a movie energy. Like life said, hold my drink, I'm about to get weird with this one. So we're in the final test. Quiet room, pencil scratching, everybody's stressed, right? Lecturer steps out for a minute in me, and this big dude, you know the type, built like a forklift with feelings, just stands up, walks over, and straight up copies your answer like it's group homework. No shame, no stealth, just bold. And me, being a petty little menace at the time, I lean over and scribble across his paper like, nah, buddy, you not writing my homework to graduation. Big mistake. Dude stands up and boom. Hits me so hard my brain basically did a system reboot. One side of my skull from the punch, the other side from slamming into the desk. I'm sitting there dazed, stars everywhere, trying to finish the test on pure autopilot like, okay, name, date, don't die. Then I stagger out into the hallway and just collapse under the stairs like some low-budget crime scene. Lights out. Now here's where the story takes that wild left turn. They take me in for x-rays to check the concussion, right? Routine stuff. But the tech squints at the scan and goes, hold up. Spots a dark mass. Turns out it's a significant tumor on the pituitary gland. The kind of thing that could have stayed hidden until it got real bad. Real dangerous. So, yeah, the same punch that knocked me unconscious accidentally exposed the thing that might have killed me later. That's the kind of irony that makes you sit back and go, well, damn, life really be writing scripts nobody asked for. And I get why you'd feel conflicted about it. Dude did something terrible. Assault, consequences, lost his job, banned for life. That part's real, but the chain reaction? It saved your life. If you enjoyed the chaos, hit the like button like it owes you money. Subscribe if you want more stories where karma shows up uninvited. And drop your own story in the comments. Because let's be honest, every school had at least one menace who eventually got humbled. Until next time, stay out of trouble. Mind your business. And for the love of everything, don't poke the sleeping bear.